Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring you the review for Bubuki Buranki episode 23, and I do believe it is the final episode. So yeah, let's just get into it. But before we get into the review, I'd just like to give you a quick reminder. Currently doing a giveaway on this channel. If you want an extra Christmas present, if you're interested in some free goodies, click on the top right for full details. But let's get into this episode right now. So the first thing I want to talk about is we find out that Azuma's mom is a time traveling Bubuki human hybrid. And at first I was like, okay, then that was a bit random, but I had I have lost interest. I had lost interest in this series, but if my memory digs really deep, I think that there have been a couple of hints to it, and it's just something that I missed. I can definitely admit that I missed the whole fact where Azuma's mom did, in fact, keep her Rinzu powers, having had two children. We have told that once you have a child, you lose your Bubuki powers, whatever. So yeah, that is something that I should have noticed. And I think there was a couple of hints with stuff with Entei that hinted towards this whole thing with Azuma's mom being a time traveling Bubuki human hybrid, and to add to it, she has been part of Entei this whole time. And like I said, my initial reaction was like, okay. When I thought about it a bit more and I realized that yeah, there was actually some kind of hints to that. I was like, okay, that was kind of smart. So Guy, whatever you want to call him, he took out what's his name, Epso and Justin took out their teams fairly easily. And then yeah, it was just um Azuma's sister left. Azuma saved Ryoko and then they took on Gi. Obu and Entei fused. Again, another okay moment. We hadn't seen Buranki fusions beforehand. So, what makes these two special? Or is it something that everybody can do? And I guess even if it is something that everybody can do, it's not something we probably would have seen on a regular basis because every Buranki team doesn't really seem to be friends with others. So again, I guess I can let that slide. The fights between Ryoko, Izuma, and Gi was visually good. I liked the way it looked, but when you think about it, it was just really another boring Buranki fight, which ended off how it ended off. My only problem, actually not my only problem, but I have a problem. So I've been thinking, what was the whole point of Azuma being a twin? I do believe that his sister should have played more of a important role within the final battle because she didn't. I just really thinking to myself, what was the point of her being a twin? What was the point of her even introducing her? You could have just easily have killed her off because if you really think about it, she didn't do nothing that important within the series. And again, like it's quite a shame. I really do think she should have played a more important role in this final battle because, well, it wasn't hinted at, but I thought in the very first episode that it was something that would be hinted at because in the very first episode there was a whole moment. I can't remember word for word, but we had Azuma's mother saying that once you two join hands, stuff will happen. Basically, they didn't join hands, stuff didn't happen, and the only reason why I remember that is because there's a whole moment when Ryoko and Azuma joined hands. So Ryoko is Azuma's sister, confirmed. Now I'm only joking, but yeah, that I just thought that she should have played a more important role within the final battle. That's everything I've got to say. They beat Gi, and now they're gonna go and live on their lives as normal, with Bubuki and Buranki still running about. As far as finales goes, this was average, so I'm going to give it a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.